Media.
Yeah, last day of the Ashraf Garda show, perhaps the last day of Ramadan for us. It's not the last day of Ramadan for people in the Palestinian region. It's the first day of Eid. And, many countries in the Middle East have like a 3-day Eid. We wish that happens in South Africa. Maybe not likely to happen, not in our lifetime, right? But part of what we've done on the show in Ramadan has been what we call Al-Aqsa Watch. We've spoken to South Africans, specifically South Africans who are touring there, because we wanted to get their real life experience of why they're there and what's it been like. And it's been most fascinating to talking to all these different people, right? So we've got two people with us now, Nabeela, Latif, and Lutfiya, Abbas. So Nabeela and Lutfiya, appreciate your time. Good morning, assalamu alaikum, and very importantly, Eid Mubarak to you guys. Eid Mubarak.
Akala, Eid Mubarak to you too and all the listeners.
Assalamu alaikum. Eid Mubarak to everyone.
Shukran. Thank you so much. And I'll tell you what, as part of, it's part of the universal nature of Islam that, because of the moon sightings, different countries have it on different days. I think it's not a big deal. It just allows us to extend the whole conversation beyond this, right? So it means, for example, you celebrating Eid today, Firdaus Bulbulia, who I chatted to yesterday and shared some wonderful pictures, she took some clips from the street scenes in that region, probably close to Al-Aqsa, right? And I want to just allude to that first because it's really interesting. So let's have a watch that. So there we are, night lights and fireworks. It's a very, very different world. Even in the midst of oppression, people find ways to celebrate. And Aisha Kaji sent us a video clip this morning of just some aspects of life in that region on the day of Eid. So here it is. Goodness, I wish I was there. I'm like, in Afrikaans we say, "Hey, I'm listening, man. I really wish I was there." You guys are the fortunate ones. So let me ask you, both of you. Let's start with you, Nabeela. Right? You saw that night scene. I suppose you were part of it as well, right?
Yes, we were. Actually, Aisha and I took a nice walk last night through everything. We were out till about after midnight, and it was absolutely fantastic. There were fireworks. The vibe was just electrifying. Everyone was so excited. Everyone was doing their last minute Eid shopping. There were sweets. There were kids that were buying sweets. We actually handed out some toys in the mosque, some early Eid gifts to all of the kids. They were super excited. It was absolutely fantastic.
And I mean, being from South Africa, do I take it that's an experience like no other that you've now observed on an Eid's night?
It was such a joyous, electrifying feeling that you definitely will never experience this anywhere else. It was something else. It really, really was, Ashraf. I can't tell you. The atmosphere is just amazing.
Well, I'm rather jealous and envious that I'm not there. Lutfiya, you did you take a walk as well? Did you observe those the lights and the fireworks and just a sense of joyousness amongst the people of that region?
Absolutely. In South Africa, we would actually spend most of the time in the kitchen or whatever. This was absolutely amazing. I personally haven't witnessed or haven't been in any of these type of setup. So, mashallah, for me, it was a awe-inspiring moment, something that I'll treasure forever. It was amazing.
I'm just thinking if we sight the moon tonight and Eid is tomorrow, we're going to find a place in Johannesburg, South Africa, to congregate in the big numbers that you guys have done. And I don't know where. I don't know who's going to volunteer to do just that anyway, right? So, yeah. But let's talk about other serious issues. Nabeela, maybe starting with you. So, why are you there? Like, why are you not in South Africa? What's your reason for being at the around Al-Aqsa in Jerusalem, at Al-Quds in Palestine at this time of the year when you could actually have been at home?
You know, it's my favorite place on earth. I wanted to spend the last 10 days here and I wanted to experience Eid here. You feel spiritually connected. You know, like Lutfiya was saying, Eid in South Africa and just spending Ramadan in South Africa is so different. You focus on your family, preparing meals for iftar, you mostly focus on preparing your meals for Eid morning. And here you just, like I said, it's spiritually something else. It's just, it's been an amazing experience. I can't tell you. I would
Yeah.
advise the whole of South Africa to come here for 30 days if I could. Next year, I would be here for the full 30 days of Ramadan, including Eid.
Yeah, I'm looking at
Inshallah.
those pictures with Rudoz and company at the Dome of the Rock, and they're the South African flag just standing out, and that's brilliant in doing just that. Lutfiya, just your thoughts on that? I mean, your why are you there?
Um, for me, it was really an emotional moment. I have three grown up married kids, and they would always come down to Mama's home for Eid. So it was for me to tell my kids, you know what, I'm not going to be with you. I'm spending Eid at Al-Aqsa. We've heard Palestine always in the news, the oppressed, and I wanted to see firsthand what's it all about here. They are such wonderful, down to earth people. You have to be here. My words are not going to do justice to it. The reason I'm here, I wanted that spiritual connection out of that mundane life that we lead, unfortunately, where female Muslims are not, well, we don't have the facilities, Eid facilities to attend Eid Salah, to spend the next 10 days. Your 5 salahs are compulsory, but beyond that, to have undivided attention in that spiritual connection with your creator. I think that's what I was aiming for, especially at this stage of my life.
Absolutely. I think your point is valid. First of all, I mean, yes, I think culturally many parts of South Africa encourage women to attend mosques and eat prayers. Many others discourage. We know that. I think that's why it's important, as you said, when the spaces are open, that you actually take a stand and actually use up that space. Sort of being absent when the spaces are open just encourages those places to shut down. Do you agree with that, Lutfiya?
I'm actually fortunate. The masjid that my hubby and I attend allows females to attend in Ramadan. We're blessed with an awesome imam out there. It's the Sufi. They fall under the Sufi banner. So we have that little connection. But to spend Eid out here amongst the locals, to walk in the grounds that most of the prophets have walked and have prayed, was such an experience. You just have to be here to experience it. I've just got no words.
You know, Ashraf, this morning the kids were dressed up. They were handing out sweets to everyone. It was such an electrifying vibe. It was something else.
Yeah, I can just imagine. And look, even not just now, later on, if you have video clips and pictures, more pictures all throughout the day, just share them with Salam Media, and you can also tag them and certainly tag me on all social media platforms. I'd absolutely love to see those. Right? Let me ask you this then, Nabeela. So far, I mean, so look, it's about 20 to 10 in South Africa. What's the time there right now?
I think we're 1 hour ahead, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so around
Yeah.
20 to 11, yeah. So have you? I take it that the salah for the Eid salah has been performed already, and therefore you're very shortly going to perform the Jummah salah, right? So share with us your experience so far of the Eid salah and the expectation of the Jummah salah. And I take it you're going to do that at around that Masjid Al-Aqsa precinct, right?
Well, Eid Salah was absolutely beautiful. You know, there were a lot of Palestinians that were there. Everyone was there. Like I said, the kids were playing. It was fantastic. Jum'ah, we plan on walking from about 12 o'clock now to go for Jum'ah. Apparently, most of the families are gone to their, to their extended families and to their homes. So I've heard it's not as busy as the last Jummah that we've experienced. But inshallah, it will be fantastic. We're looking very forward to it. Shukr,
Yeah.
alhamdulillah, we've been very fortunate to actually even get space inside in our last Jummah. We've all gotten space inside the Dome of the Rock. It was absolutely something phenomenal, and we're hoping for the same today.
Well, absolutely. I think yes. They culturally would go back to their little towns, and the same. I mean, happens. I know in Turkey, but the same happens in South Africa. Not with Muslims, with others when they go back home to their villages. So that trend is a global trend, no matter what the faith is, right? Lutfiya, your experience so far this morning and your expectations for the Jummah Salah.
Uh, you know, we were there from pretty early. We joined in for the Fajr, but before that, obviously, the Tahajjud. Um, the Fajr Salah was of a different level. When you stood there, it was as if you are praying to your Creator all alone. And yet, around you, there was hundreds and hundreds of people. It was a cold, breezy morning. But Alhamdulillah, when you stood there, you just wanted time to stand still. You didn't want it to be over. Um, I've never ever engaged in an Eid Salah, so this was my first experience. And I stood there and I was like in awe of what was happening, and to imagine previous prophets being here, and I'm here partaking, and I'm here following in their footsteps. Like I said before, you have to be here to experience it. The people are humble. The land, if you're looking for opulence, you're not going to get any of it. It's you on grass levels. Your feet are touching the ground. It's the normal limestone, cobblestones that you are standing on, and it just humbles you. That's the word I can use. It humbles you.
As it should, absolutely. We need to wrap up. So maybe the final thoughts from both of you. Nabeela, starting with you. Maybe just two things in one. Are there and very quickly, are there sort of anecdotes you can share from today? People that you've met, Palestinians, that maybe just conversations if you were able to, and perhaps for you the biggest takeout of your trip so far. Nabeela, do I have you there? Nabeela, do I have you there? Let's just double check. Yeah. I think you just need to unmute yourself. Sorry, you're on mute by mistake. If you unmute yourself, yeah, go ahead.
Got it.
Okay, you've heard my question, right? So just maybe one quick anecdote of maybe some experience today, and then your big takeout for your entire trip.
There's so many, I can't actually pick one. But, today it was just seeing how the children were playing with their swords. I'm not sure if we sent through the video. They were playing with their swords, they were playing, they were so excited to distribute the sweets and the toys. And it was, the experience was just too electrifying, Ashraf. There's too many stories, but if I have to start with one, unfortunately, the time is going to go.
Well, if you're on social media, then maybe encourage people to follow you, because maybe you can share that when you've got the time, right?
Definitely.
Yeah,
We
love to
will,
do that.
and I'll send most of it to Aisha. She can maybe send it to Salam Media,
I
and you
will.
guys can post
Okay,
everything.
that would be great. Yeah, Lutfiya, final thoughts from your side.
The children are our foundation, and to see the children here playing, and yet they are so strong in their deen, they are so respectful. Yes, obviously they want to be at a certain point, but they everything is done with so much of respect. They honor the female, they honor the elderly, which I think back there in South Africa, our youngsters need to, probably not aware of it, or they don't realize the significance of it. But here you see the children carefree and yet have all these Islamic values, or even just normal values imbibed in them, and they so randomly just distribute amongst themselves without even being aware that that's what they are doing. So yes, I will take back all these little memories of the kids running around. I myself don't have grandkids. I do have Bilari Putra, which means cats and dogs as grandkids. But I look forward to having my own, having seen and bringing them here one day, inshallah.
Inshallah, I mean. Well, I'll tell you what, I certainly would love to come. And all I'm just thinking about now, if I come with my family, I'm probably going to have one condition. We need to come with Aisha Kaji, because I think she's put together something tremendous.
Absolutely. She's been an excellent
I mean,
team
that's
leader
my
and
sense of it.
leading the
Right?
best hand.
We're having Eid lunch today, Ashraf, and we've invited a few who are not part of our group because they didn't have anywhere to go. So we're looking forward to a wonderful Eid lunch today, inshallah.
And pass on my salams to them, and then I'll say this from where I come, and you know this, I share with Champion South Africa, that when they are there, they are champion ambassadors for their country, and effectively highlighting human rights issues all around the world. And maybe the last thing, just to say Eid Mubarak to all of you, and there's one theme I've heard all throughout this conversation when it comes to Al-Aqsa. It's like Masjid Al-Aqsa, you just have to be here. You just have to be here. You just have to be here. Message to everybody watching, like, what are we waiting for?
To be believed.
Yeah. So what are we waiting for? Perfect. Thank you for your time. Assalamu alaikum.
Shukran jazilan wa alaikum salam.
Yeah, you just have to be here. Now, what are you going to do about it? Let's talk Santio in a moment.